Hey y'all, so I thought I would put together one of the legal pad notebooks I'm creating for my craft show. So I'm making a total of like 30 of these, I think. So I'm only on my 5th one because I got sick and had to go back to the hospital yesterday. I'm fine though now, just in some severe abdominal pain, but it should subside. So before I like made all of them, I wanted to kind of just put one together with you. So I guess I'll upload this first and then I'll do the video, or maybe I'll do the video of when I can't talk, when they're all done, and then put this up. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So I pre-cut everything for all my stuff. Some of them I'm doing tie closures, so that's why I have the ribbon, and that's optional, so it's really up to you guys what you want to do. But basically what you need, and I do mine a little differently with like paper wise. So this one's like a polka dot cardstock. So this is 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. And then from that cardstock, you're gonna measure, this could be as wide as you want. I did 3.5 inches, and then by 6 1/4. So we're gonna take our scoreboard, and I find my bone, my little score thing, and we're gonna take this piece, and we're gonna score this at 5 5/8. 6 1/8, and then 6 5/8. And that's all the scoring you're going to need to do for this project. So first you're going to fold on the middle crease, the middle crease line, and then you're going to flip it over. I'm just going to crease it down. And, oh, I kind of did it backwards. Hold on. Because I want the polka dots on the front. So there we go. You fold it in the middle. You want your front shorter than your back. So if you can see that, see how it's shorter than the, it's probably hard to see because I picked black paper, but it's shorter than the front. And then on this score line, you can measure down. I just eyeball it now because I've been making them so much. Normally I measure down about 1 5/8 and then 2 1/8. That gives you about a 1/2 inch slip. This will be where your pen holder is. I just eyeball it now. And you're just gonna cut right up to that first, I'm trying to get like that first score line, just like that. Then you're gonna open this back up. You're gonna fold on the last score line and just have it already, you know, ready to crease. And then you want to use a really strong adhesive, so either score tape, so you're gonna put it on the last crease, the second strip. That makes sense. So there's one here and there's one here. So you're gonna put it on the second one. And then you're not going to put it where the little pen tab is. So you're going to skip where that little piece is. And then you're going to remove the tape. Now I'm not going to decorate this one. I'm just putting it together with you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold on the last score line to the front. So not the middle, this last score line, you're gonna fold over and you're gonna push it down. So now your front is gonna be longer than your back. Then what do? And you fold it back open, score it, or like fold, like push down, and then you're going to pop out, just push out with your finger, the little pen holder. And then you're gonna push this way and fold the front, and then you have your cover. So and a pen fits perfectly right in there, and there's your little book. So now, first thing to do, especially if you're using ribbon, you're gonna cut this in half. And you're gonna put a little bit of hot glue on either side. Make sure it's kind of in the exact same spot, because you don't want wonky ribbon. And you're gonna glue down the ends of the ribbon. You'll be able to, I know I'm a little out of frame, but you'll see on this side. And then I'm gonna go over to the front here. And my inside pattern paper is this one here. And you're gonna glue down your inside pattern paper. Now you don't have to put pattern paper on the inside. This is something I chose to do. Other people, I've seen other people make these, you know, it's common. But I like to make everything look finished. And I could ink the edges of all these, but I'm just saving it for time reasons, time constraint reasons, because I have to make so many of them. So there's the front, and this also seals in the ribbon. Then you're gonna do, I also do the back cover, because this will be, the legal pad will be removable, so you can replace it, so it's not going to be like permanently glued in there. That's what that little band of extra cardstock is for. And I'm just gonna glue everything, and then we're gonna put this one here. And this paper does peek out, and it's also, you'll see it when you remove the pad. So now what we're gonna do, this is the front cover. So this is my front cover pattern, and this is the new paper collection, by the way, from Michaels. Then I have a little extra scrap piece that is cut roughly around 5 inches, a little bit longer, just because sometimes these pads are a little bit extra, like by 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch. So I always cut it to like 5 1/8. And then it could be as long as you want. About 2 inches is what covers the best. You do 1.5 inches, whatever you like. Again, you use score tape for this. I just put a strip at the bottom, and I just put a strip up at the top here, and that's pretty much enough just to hold it on. And then I remove the score tape's a pain to get off on these legal notepads. You can just peel it off on both sides. If it wants to cooperate with me, that would be great. It's like every time you go to do this on camera, that's when it doesn't want to like work. You know. And then I'm just going to line it up to one end. And I go a little bit over the end, just a little sliver. And then you can see where it hangs off a little bit. I just go in and trim it. The back doesn't bother me if it's not like, if it's like curved in a little bit, because it's gonna be not really seen. And then I just fold over and tightly, and I push down on the adhesive. So that's how you cover that. And then what you're gonna do is, I do this like this because it's easiest. So you fold it back. You're gonna take that piece of cardstock with roughly the same amount like left over on both edges, and then you're gonna fold over and crease, fold over and crease. And then what you're gonna do is, I crease it with my bone folder. Same thing, crease it. And then again, you want a strong adhesive, and you want to put the adhesive closest to the inside where that tab is. So closest to the inside. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to remove the tape, and you're going to put this piece, there's no like perfect place to put it, but you don't want to put it too high because then the pad won't sit in it properly. So what I do is I put it about an inch down from the top, and I push it right up against this middle cardstock, and then I just push it over to the other side, make sure I put it down nice and rough. So this is what it looks like without the pad in it. So that's why I like putting this paper, because it just makes it look finished, if that makes sense. So you know, I'm not going to cover this with paper because that's a waste. So especially once they're done, if they throw it out or whatever. Then this slides in perfectly to there, just like that. So then we can close it, and I'm going to tie it just so I can trim this if I need to. And you tie a bow. And sometimes I like to, you know, cut the edges nice. So this one I'm just going to cut on an angle, trim this side just a little bit. So not all of them are going to have a tie, because I didn't come up with the idea to tie them until after doing a couple of them. But I can always go back probably, but I like this because it's covered by the paper, so it looks cleaner. Then you're going to attach your front pattern paper, and I forgot to mention what the sizes of this. It is 5 inches by 8 1/4, and that gives you a little bit of cardstock around the edge, so it gives you a little bit of a mat. I really like this polka dot paper. I got it at work, which is, I got it at AC Moore. So I'm gonna make sure I don't glue the ribbon. And like I said, you can ink the edges. Again, for me, for time constraint reasons, I'm not doing that. So there's the front. And then I didn't realize till after I made them that the back cover is a 1/2 inch longer. So I cut all my papers to fit like the mat size. So you can leave it like that with a little strip, or you can center it in the middle and have 2 thicker strips. So it's up to you, or you can just cut to this size, which would be like 5 1/2 inches, I believe, instead of just 5 inches. But I already pre-cut all my paper for all the pads I'm doing, so I'm not gonna worry about that. It's not a big, it's the back, it's not a big, you know, problem. And I'm gonna try my best to keep these relatively flat when I embellish them. I'm gonna keep them, you know, really easy. I cut out like all the little like cutout pieces from the paper collections I've used. You know, like the 12 by 12 sheets that have like the little cutouts you can do. So I have a whole stack of them. So I'm gonna try to keep it kind of relatively flat. And then I bought a bunch of pens. This one, I think I'm gonna give an orange pen, only because I think a black pen would be too much. I think the orange is a nice contrast. They're all bright. Excuse me, thought I was gonna sneeze. So yeah, that's what you do. And like I said, I cut out like a bunch of the pieces from the paper collection. So if I go over here, like I have a whole stack of stuff, fall, because I'm doing fall, I'm doing the Halloween, both this one and the new collection from, and then some other older collections. I did some steampunk, like some graphic 45 paper. So like I have all these little pieces, so I might just mat on glitter paper one of these. You know, keep it kind of flat and plain, because I know people are gonna throw them in your purse, and you know, use these kind of little pieces. So yeah, because I don't want to go too overboard, because then, you know, things will get ruined and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think, and once I'm done with all of them, you'll see a video. If I can fit them all in one video, I will. If not, I'll split them by Halloween, pastel Halloween, and fall. So Excuse me. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye!